is the automation of which you are going to perform. Okay, and here will be the content. Who is the author, what is the first revision, when was it created, everything, all this information will be here. So process introduction. So what is the basic process introduction? What are we going to do here? We are going to create the orders by using the data which is present in the orders.excel file. Okay, so all the manual steps will be mentioned here. The applications which are involved here is, so let me add one more row to this. So central data solution, Outlook, and then let me insert one more, and then Excel. Okay, so manual steps. These are all the manual steps. What are we going to do? First thing is we are going to launch the application. Syntax data solution application. Okay, so once we launch the syntax data solution application, what you need to do, you need to enter the staff number as BP, password as password. Okay, and then you are supposed to click on button login. Okay, now what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to click on orders. So like this, all the manual steps which are involved in this automation, everything will be mentioned in this PDD. Okay, process definition document. This is the manual steps. You will get all the manual steps. Now by going through each and every screen here, you will come to know what are all the elements you need to capture here. Okay, see, these are all the elements we need to capture. So here if you see, enter product code, you need to enter the product code. Similarly, unit price, quantity, from where? From the Excel file. Okay, the values coming from the Excel file, you need to enter them here, and you need to create the order submit button so that it is going to create the order. And after creating that, you are going to read the reference number and then click on OK in this pop-up, and then you need to update the reference number back into the Excel file. If you come across any order validation errors, you need to read the error messages and click on OK here. And finally, you have to exit. If you are able to finish all the records in the Excel file, then we are going to close this. Okay, I need to add some more steps in this. I will add some more steps in this. Okay, and then I'll share this with you. Clear? So like this, you are going to get the requirement document. I'm just showing you a sample here, so on which we are going to work right now. So this will be our sample document. Is that clear? This is our process definition document. So all the details will be available in this PDD. So once you receive the PDD, you will be receiving the PDD. Okay, once you receive the PDD, what you need to do, you first need to go ahead and access the application here. So they'll provide the application to you. So basically in real time, I'm going to say, like when we say launch the application, we provide the path where that application will be available. So basically that path will be a shared path. Basically that path will be a shared path, but right now I'm mentioning the path where I have my file, exe file. Launch central data solution from below path. I say below path. This will be the path where the central data solution is available. So basically it will be a shared drive in real time. In the shared drive, they will be having this application so that everyone will be able to access that. Okay, now similarly, now we are going to, after launching that, we are going to enter staff number and password into that. Likewise, we go through all the steps. By looking at each and every step here, these are all the sequence of steps which needs to be performed. Now you need to click on orders. So if you want to click on orders, you need to capture this button. Likewise, you have to, sorry, who's that? Someone was speaking something. Any doubt? Okay. So basically here, we need to go through this manually. So what is the good practice here is whenever you receive the PDD, right? You try to launch that application, whatever the application they have given you, right? You immediately try to launch that application. Either it can be a web application or a desktop application, Windows application, or any kind of application, right? Try to launch it and try to see if you are able to launch it or not. Okay, if not, immediately respond to them telling that, hey, the mentioned path, mentioned application, we are not able to launch it. Okay, so immediately we need to do that. So, and if you are able to launch it, proceed with all the manual steps. You need to manually do, you need to manually navigate through all the screens which they have mentioned here, perform all the actions which they have performed here. Okay, so that it will be easy for you to understand the flow of the application. So once you understand the flow of the application, it will be easy for you to design the solution. Okay. So then you will be able to easily design the solution here. Got my point, right? Okay. So I need to add some more screens to this. So once I'm done with that, I will share the whole document to you. For now, just keep in mind, this is how the PDD is going to be. Okay. Now let us come back to our object. So as per the PDD, first we have captured all the required elements here. See, window login, text box staff number, text box password, button login, window home, button orders, etc. We have captured everything here. Okay, now what are we going to do? So then we have started building our object. So while building the object, we do need to follow some best practices method here. We can't simply go ahead and build everything in a single page, every action in a single page. Okay, so if you have seen in our previous scenario where we have created the object for math, so in that you have seen, right? We have created addition, subtraction, multiplication in separate action pages, because there should not be any dependency on a specific action. Okay, so if you want to perform a specific action, so launch is one action, login is one action. In login we have multiple steps, yes or no? So to log in, what are we supposed to do? Enter the username and password and click on login, right? So these steps involve login. Okay. So whatever the steps are individual, we have to put it in individual action pages. And then you need to create the sequence in the process studio. We are supposed to create the sequence in the process studio, not in the object studio. Okay, so let me explain that. Now we are going to build in the same way. So before we go ahead and build it, let me show you what okay, after build I will show you the document, best practices document. I will show you once we finish the build. Okay, let us build the solution first, and then it will be easy for you to understand the best practices document also. Why have we done it like that, etc. Okay. So now, okay, now take a look at this. So this is our first action. Rename it and name it as launch. I'll tell you why I'm doing that. Okay, so each individual action will be in a separate pages here. So that is the reason I'm just going to have action alone here. I'm going to cut this piece where we are going to log in. I'm going to create a new action page and name the action page as login. So after launch, I am going to link it to end stage here. This is my simple launch page. Let me cut these two, come back here to the login and paste the username and password in the login page. Okay, now link from start to wait and button click. What is that button click? I just mentioned button click. What are we clicking here? Click login. Click login. Provide the proper names to each and every stage here. Okay, each and every stage should have proper names. Okay, and make it as clean as possible. All your pages should be as clean as possible. Okay, and you should be able to see all the words inside that. Likewise, if you want to increase the font, you can increase the font here. You can increase the font, I mean size of the font. You can increase the size of the font like this. You can select everything, make it bold if you want to make it bold so that it will be clear. Okay, now you can group it using block. You can rename this block credentials. What are these credentials? These are our credentials. I have just grouped them. Okay, now observe this carefully. This block stage is there, right? This has very good significance when we use it in exception handling. Okay, so when we do the exception handling, I'll tell you more information about this block stage. Okay, so as of now, you can use this block to group the data items. Okay, you can just group the data items. Like, so what are these data items for? These data items, in these data items we are going to have the credentials. So I have mentioned it that way. Clear? So will have very good significance when we do exception handling. Okay, now let us go ahead and create a new page here and observe this carefully. If you observe this, after launching immediately after launch, our application is going to take some time to launch, right? So for that reason, what I have done here is I am adding a wait stage here. So immediately this launch is completed, then we are going to add, I mean, we are going to run this login page. So before we run this login page, we need to make sure that we are on the right page or not. Is that page available or not? Login screen is available or not to enter the username and password and to perform click on login. So that reason I am using this wait stage immediately. I mean, after starting this page, we are going to first wait, and then before we enter the staff number and password, we are supposed to make sure that we are on the right screen. Only then we are going to enter the password and login. Okay, so wait. Here also give the proper name to the wait. What are we waiting for? Wait for login screen or login window, whatever it may be. Naming is up to you. You can provide your own name. I mean to say, like, as per your requirement, as per your understanding, you can provide the name. And then let us add a new page. Name the page as, okay, what is the next page we are going to do? First thing is we are going to launch login, and we will be navigating to the home page where we are going to click on login button, I mean orders button, right? So click orders in home page. So we are going to click orders in the home page. For that, so after button login, right, see what is going to happen. Once we click on this login, you will be coming to the home page, and observe this carefully. Again, I'm going to launch the application. Enter username and password. I mean staff number and password. Observe this. Once I click on login, you can see it is taking some time to load. Loading, please wait. Yes or no? Is it taking some time to load? So again, in that scenario also, I need to wait for the element, any of the element. Now let me relaunch this once again. Once I click on launch, pp password. After clicking on password, I'm going to click on login. You can see it immediately shows the home page, but this one loading, please wait. This one is taking time. This screen is taking time. It has loaded this home window, but this screen is taking time to load. Yes or no? Okay. So this is the specific screen which is going to change. Okay. So for that reason, what I'm going to do, I am going to pick any of the element in this screen which is going to change, and I am going to wait for that here. Okay, so I am not supposed to dependent on this, because see, when I click on orders, observe this carefully. When I click on orders, you can see the header of the page will change immediately, orders menu, and then you can see here it will take some time to load this page. Okay, similarly, once I click on new order, click go, you can see it changes. You are coming to the next page here. Okay, so for that reason, every time I need to wait for the proper page here. I need to wait for the proper stage here. So let me launch this once again. Launch. Let me log in here. You can see this home window is available, but it is taking some time to load this one. So inside the page, which is taking time to load, I am supposed to capture the element from there, and I am supposed to wait for those elements. Okay, so let us go to application modeler. Okay, so now let us add one more element here and identify bulletin board. Okay, label, that is the label which won't change. So go to match, sort match column, uncheck the unrequired attributes here, label to wait, in home screen. Okay, likewise in each and every window, let us add one. Let us pick a label and let us wait for that label. Okay, here also I'm going to add one more element here. Add element, identify. Here this is the label. Control left click, uncheck this visible, screen visible and enable, and name it as label, right? Label order menu. Label order menu. Okay, and now let us go to the next screen here. In this screen, enter new order details. So here let me add one more element, identify. I'm going to capture enter new order details here. The Windows text is available for all the labels here, so that is the reason I'm going to use that. This is also label, enter new order. Okay, highlight it, Yes, we're able to edit that. Okay, apply, click OK, and then we can close this window, reset this. Now let us come back to the click orders in the home page. Now what I'm going to do, first I'm going to wait and make sure that I am in the page where home page. How I'm going to do that? In the wait stage, I am going to pass my label to wait in home screen, okay, and choose check the existence of that label. I'm going to check the existence of that label bulletin board. So wait for bulletin board in home page. Wait for bulletin board in the home page. Okay, and what is the time span? Let us mention minimum time is 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds. This will be our condition. Start to board, and then from here we are supposed to click on orders, right? So where is the application? Let me launch the application so that it will be easy for you to navigate through that. Okay, BP tab password, log into the application, and now this is your home page. Now I am going to wait for this bulletin board. Once the bulletin board is loaded, I'm not going to perform any action here. Okay, I'm just waiting for that element, that's all. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just waiting for that. Okay, once that is available, then only we are going to click on this orders button. Till then we are not going to click on this orders button. Okay, so only when that is available, only then we are supposed to click on the orders button. Understood? So I'm first using the wait stage. I have put the condition here. I'll open the navigate stage. Now drag and drop my button orders into that. We know to click on the button, we are going to use global mouse click center here and name it as click orders. Okay. What is the action we're performing? Clicking on the orders button. Okay. Now from the condition, we are supposed to link to the click orders and from click orders to end. Each and every page, all the functionalities happening in the individual pages, I am going to create a separate action for that. Okay, so if you see, so first step is launch. For launch I have kept a separate action. For login, in login what are all the steps you are performing? Enter username, I mean staff number and password and clicking on login button. These three sequence of steps I have put in a separate action page. Okay, after logging in into the application, after logging in into the application, then we are going to navigate to home page. After navigating to the home page, what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to click on orders. So immediately you click on login, right? It will automatically navigate to the home page. So here I'm going to make sure that I'm in the home page and then I'm going to click on orders. Simply I don't go ahead and click on orders because if that button is not available, if that is not in the home page, if the application is not in home page, if login has failed, okay, because of incorrect username and password, then it is an exception, right? So for that reason, to make sure that we are in the right page, I am using this wait stages here. Okay, now click on orders. So in this page it is going to perform orders click. After clicking on orders, it takes some time to load the order menu page. See, it is taking some time to load the order menu page. So I need to make sure if the order menu page is available or not. If the order menu page is available or not. Once the order menu page is available, only then I am supposed to enter the option value into this and then click on button go. Okay, so how am I going to make sure about that? So here I say choose option, that is the next page. First thing is I'm going to take a wait stage here, rename the wait stage here, wait for what is that? Order menu, label order menu. label in order menu. Now drag and drop that label and mention the condition like check the existence of that label. Once the label is available, click OK here. Once the label is available, we enter the option value. To enter the option value, we are supposed to use right stage. We know that. So I am coming to the right stage here. Drag and drop my text box enter option. So to the right side, you will be having the application explorer. These are all the elements which we have captured. Here I'm going to use this text box underscore enter option. And what is the value I need to pass here? I'm sorry guys. So we need to pass the option value. Instead of hard coding, you take a data item. Data type is going to be number. Option number. Define the name of that data item. And the initial value is 1. So I want to create the order here, right? So I'm going to make it as 1. Okay. Now I pass the option number into this text box, enter option number. Okay. So that I will be able to enter the option number here, and then I want to perform button click go. So to perform this, take a navigate stage, open the navigate stage, drag and drop your button on into this element field, element column here, and choose the action here, global mouse click center, and click OK. And just rename this to click button OK. Sorry, not button OK, it is go, right? Click button go, and rename this right stage to enter option number. Okay. Likewise, I am going to add one more page. So here, after clicking one and clicking on go, now it is navigating to the next page. What is our next page? Our next page is new order. Okay. Enter new order detail and submit. So this page name is enter order detail and submit. Proper names, you have to provide proper names. Okay, don't worry that the name is going to be big and all, but it should be clear so that the person who is going to see this should be able to understand what are we doing here. Okay, enter order detail and submit. Now click OK. In this page again we have already captured this label. So first of all we wait for this label and we confirm that we are in the right page, and then we enter this data here and then we click on this submit. Okay, now let us come back here. First thing is we take the wait stage here. First thing is we take the wait stage here. Open the wait stage. Open the wait stage and then drag and drop your label, enter new order into this and choose the existence, check the existence of this. Now change the time here. Now we are going to wait for new order page. Wait for new order page here. So once the new order page is available, then I am going to enter the information into product code, unit price, and customer account number. Okay, so to enter the information, we know that we are supposed to use right stage. Before that, let us take a collection here. Now I'm going to talk about a collection. And define fields in this. Customer account number, or okay, let us give some shortcuts. Okay, customer account number, product code, unit price, quantity, priority order. That's all. Yeah, 5 inputs to this. Okay, this is our you can say input data. And now observe this, there should be empty record here, but what I'm going to do here is, okay, first of all let us define the fields here, I mean data types. Let us make everything as text only. I'll explain you why I'm making this as text. Okay, I'll explain you why I am taking this as text. Clear? So I'm taking everything as text here. Okay, now go to initial values. Instead of adding these rows, I'm going to add single row. I'm going to make it as a single row collection here. Single row collection means all the time it will be having only one row. Okay, so we can't add more number of rows, or we can't remove the existing row here. All we need to do is like all we can do here is we can utilize that single row collection. That's all. Okay, so there will be only one row at a time. Now click OK and go to the right stage. Inside the right stage, you add 3 steps. In the first step, you enter the product code. In the first step, you enter the product code, input data dot product code, unit price, input data dot unit price value from the collection, and then we pass text product code, unit price, customer account number, okay, and then this is enter product code comma unit price comma customer account number. Okay, just name it like that. Okay, so after entering that, what we do here is we are supposed to select the drop down value. We are supposed to select the value in the drop down. I have already told you, right? We are not supposed to enter the value, we are supposed to select the value. See, ABC, let's say 15 is my unit price. Assume that I'm entering 20 here, and then customer account number here. Now if I try to submit, observe carefully what is happening here. Order quantity is not a valid number because I did not select it from the drop down. I have entered it into the text box. So what I do, it is not accepting that. So that is the reason I go ahead and select the value. And now if I click on submit, it will be creating the reference number. Okay. So for that reason, what are we supposed to do? Take a navigate stage to select the values in the combo box. We have to use any drop down list or whatever it may be. Okay, if you want to select the value, then you have to go for the navigate stage. Open the navigate stage and then drag and drop the combo box quantity into that and choose select item you will be having this select item, show drop down, select item, verify. What is the point of showing the drop down? I don't want to show the drop down, I just want to select the value inside that. I want to just select the item. Don't give the position will be different and text will be different. Sometimes let's say the position might change. So let's say for example, in the application you have the list of countries here, list of countries. Sometimes the list of countries might be in alphabetical order, sometimes they may not be in the alphabetical order. Okay, so never dependent on the position. Okay, sometimes the list position also might change. So every time depend on the text, what is the exact value you are supposed to select. So what will be the value? I will get my value from the data item. Where is my data item? So I need to pass the text here. So to pass the text, item text, this is the input which is mandatory. In both of these, you have to pass any one input for sure. If you don't pass any one, what is it going to select? We have to select the item based on what? Based on text or based on position? Based on text. So based on text, what is the value? click on this expression editor. Now pass the input data dot quantity value into this. Okay, so this will be your input that you are supposed to select in the drop down. Understood? So here select quantity. We are going to select the quantity using item text. Now after doing that, what we do here is, now we take a decision stage. Why are we taking a decision stage? Let me explain. And before that, let me make this data type as priority order data type as flag. Okay, the priority order data type must be flag because it will be either true or false all the time. So we take a decision stage here. We check if the priority order is input data dot priority order. So if the value inside this is true, automatically it will take yes path. If the value inside that is false, it will automatically take no path. Okay, so here priority order. So if it is true, it will automatically, we are supposed to check on the checkbox. Check. What? Checkbox. Okay. Checkbox priority order action global mouse click center. Okay. Only if priority order is true, you have to check the checkbox. Else, what we do here, see in the application, we entered all the data, we entered the customer account number, we selected this one. If the priority order value is true, then we have to select the checkbox. Else, we need to leave it like that and submit. Even if it is yes, even if it is no, we have to submit it. Okay. So take a navigate stage here. Sorry, take a navigate stage here. Open the navigate stage. Drag and drop your button submit into the element column and choose the action global mouse click center. Now click submit. Select quantity, check priority order. If it is yes, check the checkbox and then click on submit. If it is no, then submit directly. Okay, in both the places we have to submit the request. If we don't submit the request, we won't be able to get the reference number, right? Okay, so this is how we are supposed to design the flow. Now finally, let us make the last page where we are going to get the reference number. So to get the reference number, what we do here, get the reference number. Yeah, we can get the reference number in the same page itself. We no need to go ahead and create a new page. Yes, we can get it here itself after clicking on submit, right? But again here we need to add one more wait stage. Remember, take a wait stage because after clicking on submit, right, see, it is going to take some time to load that page, load that order confirmation. Okay, so once you get this, so what we do in the wait stage, I define this window order confirmation, if that is available or not. I'm going to check the existence of the window order confirmation. Wait for order, wait for reference number, wait for reference number. So once we wait for that, okay, let us change the time also here. Sorry, 30 reference number. and then we are going to read the reference number here. See, first time we are going to use the read stage here. So this is the read stage. Open the read stage and you can see the properties of the read stage. So from which element you want me to read the value? From which element you want me to read the value? So we are going to read it from the label reference. We are going to read it from the label reference. Drag and drop the label reference into that and then choose get text. See, we are supposed to choose the proper action in the list. Okay, in this actions, right, we are supposed to choose the proper action. Get bounds. What are we going to do with the boundaries? Nothing, right? Relative boundaries, I don't want any boundaries here. I don't want Windows attribute also here. I want to get the text from it. I want to get the text from the label. And where am I supposed to store it in? Where am I supposed to store it in? I'm supposed to store it in any of the data item. That is nothing but reference number. I'm going to create a data item. Read reference number from application. So this is what we are going to do. Okay. So after reading the reference number, we go ahead and click on the button. Okay. So if you see here, once we click on the submit and once we read the reference number, what is the reference number? Okay, customer account number, and then click on submit. Once you click on submit, you can see the application. I mean, now you'll get the pop-up window order confirmation. Now we are reading the reference number. After reading the reference number, we are supposed to click on button OK. So how are we going to perform that button click OK? In the navigate stage, pass your button OK, pass the button OK, and global mouse click center. Okay. Okay, you can use press also. You can use this press button also. Okay, but on pop-ups it won't work. On all the buttons it will work, but on pop-ups it won't work. Okay, so global mouse click center. This is button OK. Clear. So after clicking on submit, I will wait for the order confirmation. Then I will read the reference number. Then I am going to click on button OK. And then I am going to end this flow. Now let me design this properly. Align this properly. Let me align this. So take an anchor stage. I'm going to take an anchor stage here. Delete it. Link it from anchor. Clear. So it will be easy for you to debug also. If you align everything properly, it will be easy for you to debug also. Else, right, if it is clumsy, you will get irritated. Okay, sometimes we might also get irritated by seeing at our flow itself. Okay, so because there will be a lot of steps involved in a single page sometimes. Okay, for that reason we will go ahead and design it properly. Okay, so if we design it properly, right, it will be easy for us to identify what is happening in which stage. Clear, guys? Yeah, likewise. Now, so we have built the object. Now this is our object. We have built the object. Now what are we supposed to do here? Now we are supposed to, once the object is built, let us test the object first. Okay, guys, we will be getting 5 errors. You no need to worry about that because we did not link timeout to anywhere. I'll tell you how we are supposed to use this timeout. So please be patient. I'll explain you when to read this. Okay. Sorry, when to use this timeout. How to use this timeout? Where exactly we are supposed to link this timeout stage to. Okay. So here you can see everywhere timeout, 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 and the description of the error is missing link. You can see here it will be missing link because we did not link it anywhere. Okay, so don't worry about that. We'll look into it, and we'll be getting some warnings and advices. Clean up. Why are we getting blank name photo stage? Okay, that's fine, no problem. So just concentrate on errors, warnings, and all. We can ignore them. Now let us test this from the object level. If we are able to do it properly, we are able to launch the application, and then observe this, guys. I'm going to click on login here. Let me reduce the speed, normal speed. I'm going to click on login. It enters the staff number and password, but it it has executed login also. Click login also executed, but did it login here? No, right? Why? Because the application is in the background. Okay, the application is in the background. Okay, so my application got minimized, and that is the reason when we perform this click global mouse click center, it is not able to click on the button. Okay, so if you see, the mouse is coming here and it is clicking there. So let me rerun this page alone. So when I run this, you can see it is going to enter staff number and password and click. See the mouse, it is coming here and it is being like that there. Okay, and observe this, and it did not perform the click. So how to handle this scenario? Every time whenever you are passing commands like clicks and all, we make sure that our page is activated, our application is activated. How do we activate the application? How do we activate the application here? So to activate the application, we take the navigate stage, open the navigate stage, drag and drop your window, okay, and choose activate application. Okay, all these windows will be having this option, activate application, because we capture the window in the Win32 spy mode. Only in Win32 spy mode you can activate the application. You won't be able to do it in any other spy mode. Okay, remember, if you want, even if you are working on web application, right, if you want to activate that web application, that browser, you need to capture the browser window in Win32 spy mode. Okay, activate application. Okay, so this is the activate application. Now we are supposed to activate this application. Let me show you where exactly to link this. So after waiting and making sure that I'm in the right page, then only I will activate my application. Okay, only then I am supposed to activate my application. Similarly, even in other pages also, take a navigate stage, open the navigate stage, drag and drop your window order menu, activate the application here. Activate application. Similarly, in the choose option also, let us take one more navigate stage. Did we miss something here? 1 second, just hold on. In login page, oh my god, not in login page. Wait. This should be here, and this one should be here in choose option. Okay, I overlooked on that. So order menu, home screen, we need to activate it. And here in login also we need to use activate, but that should be window login. Activate application, window login. Login window. Let us name it properly. Here window login, after that window home window, or you can say activate home window or something like that. Okay, it's up to you. Naming convention, it's up to you. You can give any name, something which is meaningful. Okay, activate application, order menu, click OK here, link this stage. Okay, what is this navigate stage? We have something. Let us cut it from here and put it in this page where we are supposed to use this button. No. Window new order, activate application, new order window. Okay, now observe this. Now look into this. Let us launch the application first. Okay, so after launching, come back to the login page. Now see how this activate application is going to help us. Okay, now observe this carefully. I'm going to run this. Hold on. There is no current stage because you need to reset it. Reset the page all the time. Now you run it. You can see the application getting activated here. Okay, so this is how it is going to happen. So even the screen is behind, it gets activated automatically here. Okay, that's just a second. Yeah, guys. So here, so if you have observed it, let me run it once again. So observe this carefully here. Now I'm going to launch the application. I'm going to run this page, launch page. It is now going to launch the application. Now when I click on this BluePrism object, right, you observe it, the application is going behind the screen, right? Now it went behind the screen. Now I want to log in into the application where it is supposed to enter the staff number and password, and it is supposed to click on the login button here. Okay. Now if you run this, I will reset and I will run it. Automatically it activates the application. See, it is activating the application and then it is entering the password and username, and then it is clicking on login button. Similarly, when you are running each and every page, right, if you use this activate application, you will never face any issue even if the application is in the background. Okay, so for that reason we are supposed to use this activate application. Okay, now here also see, application gets activated and then it is going to click on the buttons here. Okay, now same way, coming back to the choose option here, again reset this and run the flow. Now you can see it is now going to activate the application again, and then it is entering the option number and clicked on button go. Okay, did you face any issue here so far? No, right? Now let us test this by entering some sample data here. Let us enter some sample data, customer account number, some random customer account number, product code, unit price, quantity. Okay, priority order is true. I'm setting the priority order is true. Click OK. Now observe this carefully. What is going to happen? I'm going to run it slowly. Slow, complete slow. Now run this page. So first it is going to check the element. Now it is going to activate the application here. It is going to enter product code, unit price, and then it is going to select quantity. See, it selected the quantity, and now it is going to check the priority order checkbox here, and now it is going to click on submit. I'm not doing anything, everything is taken care by the BluePrism itself. Now it is going to read the reference number and click on button OK. So once the reference number is read, you can see the reference number is stored in the reference number data item here. Are we good so far? So this is how we are going to automate. This is our solution. Now this is not our final solution basically. So this is the overall, we have done the happy part. Now we need to handle a lot of things like processing the data through the queues, exception handling, etc. We just finished interacting with the application. Okay, so there is lot of other things which we need to implement in this specific automation. Okay, so now as I told you earlier, okay, we can't, I mean basically here we need to publish all these pages and we need to refer this in process studio. I told you right previously also in that math object, when we created that math object, in that math object also what we have done, we referred those actions in the process studio. And do you know why we are doing exactly? Because all the business flow should be in the process level. That is one point. And other point is we can't publish these objects to the control room. We can't publish the objects to the control room. Okay, we can publish only processes to the control room. So as I told you on the day one, that control room is the place where we are going to manage all the automations. So to schedule it, to run it on a specific resource. So basically all our automations we are going to run it from the control room. So let me show you how we run the process from the control room. Okay, so for that reason we are going to publish all the actions in the object layer, and that object will be referred in the process, and all the business logic will be available in the process, and that process will be published to the control room. Now let us take a process here. So here is the process, right? Okay, I did not save it. Okay, So this is the process. Just assume this is one of the process here. Now let us publish this process. Let me show you how to publish the process. Open the process, and to publish the process, right, in the main page you will be able to find this information box. Open the information box, select the checkbox publish this process to control room. Okay, and then click OK here, and then save the process. Don't forget to save the process. Okay, published process. Now save it. Once the process is published, you can close it. Come to control room. You will be able to see the process. Okay, this is your process. Now drag and drop it onto the available resource here. You can see that resource here in the list of the environment. Under this environment list, here are the list of processes which are running on which mission and all. You will be able to see what is the process name, what is the resource on which you are going to run it, who is the user who is going to run it, what is the current status of the process, what is the start time, end time, how much time it took. Okay, latest stage, etc. You can see everything in this session management. This is session management where you can run the process on the available resources. Okay, so again we are going to see a lot of all the options. We are going to see how to use all of these things later, but now for your reference I'm trying to show this how to publish a process to control room. Once the process is published to control room, when you run it, it will run in the fraction of seconds. You see the process is completed now. Okay, is that clear? So the same way here also, when you go to your or Centris Data Solution application, publish all the pages here. They will be published only, you can refer them in the process layer. That's all. You can't publish them to the control room directly. These objects, right? You can't control, I mean, publish them to the control room. Okay. Published action pages. Here we can publish pages, but whereas in the process we can publish the whole process itself. Okay, so once you publish it, create a process, cds underscore create new order process. Okay, open the process studio. So now how are we going to refer it? Drag and drop the action stages here. Select our business object. What is our business object? Windows App Centric Data Solution. Launch. Copy paste it, and in the action list select login, paste it once again, and now select. After login, click orders in home page. After that, choose option, and then we are going to enter order detail and submit it. So this is the flow. Bold. Okay. Wait. 1 second. Okay. Now link all the stages here. Now run this solution. Now run this solution in full speed. We're going to run it in the full speed. Every time you test the solution right, try to run it in the full speed. Okay. Don't try to run it in the normal speed. When you run it in the full speed, you will come to know what are all the mistakes we have done. Because in control room, you won't be able to control the speed. Okay. So it will run in the complete speed. Now just see how to run this solution from the control room. Open this, publish the process to control room, this information box, and publish the process to control room. Click on this checkbox, publish the process to control room. Save the process, publish it to control room. Okay. So now close this. Even you guys, when you have developed the desktop application, right? The code, you won't be able to see the code, right? Once you publish it or once you deploy it. Okay. Only in the debug mode you will be able to see the code. Same way here also. Drag and drop this process onto this mission. Right click and start. Now you can see how the bot is going to run from the control room. Now it is running from the control room here. Okay. See how fast it is running. Right. Likewise, now you can see the process is now in completed status. Okay. That is the purpose we are calling the object into process studio, not in the object. Okay, I mean directly we can't publish the object to the control room. That is the reason we publish the action pages in the object layer and refer them in the process studio and utilize that in the control room. Is that clear? Okay guys, that's all for today. Rest of the day is yours. I will upload the recording as soon as possible today. Okay, so tomorrow and day after tomorrow, try to practice or at least go through the recordings and come back to the next session. Okay, you have all the material with you. I have provided all the practice documents in the drive itself. You can utilize that. Clear?